Hi, I welcome you once more again to my channel. We continue to look at the SAT questions under the quadratic. The SAT questions are not straightforward. So you might have an idea what they are asking, but you have to start writing and then you see where it will lead you to. Let's look at this question. It said if x plus 3 is a factor of the quadratic function given in which a and b are constant, what is the value of 3a minus b? So here you see that it's not straightforward, so make sure you bear in mind this will pop up somewhere and you have to be able to figure it out. So let's start from here. X plus 3 is a factor. You have to know the difference between the factor and the zeros, the factor and the solution. X plus 3 is a factor. That means if we want to solve it to get the answer, that means it's equals to 0. So therefore, you will get x is equals to, you take it over here and that will give you negative. So that means negative 3 is a solution. So let's go ahead and plug the negative 3 for x in the function. So we can replace the x with negative 3 in the function. So wherever we see x, we put negative 3. Okay, which is the same as, so you can write it as this. Okay, so negative 3 times negative 3 is going to give you 9. So you write the number first, followed by variable. Here it's just going to be 3, negative 3, b, and then minus 50. Therefore, we can write 9a minus 3b minus 15 equals to 0. We have to bear this in mind. So if that is the case, let's take the 15 to the other side. And we see that 3 is common. So if you take 3 out, 3 times 3a will give you 9a back. And here minus b is equals to 15. So you want to isolate the 3a minus b. It's being multiplied. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. And this will turn into 1 to go away, leaving us with a 3a minus b, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So in this case, you realize that we have able to find a 3a minus b, and that is equals to 5. Let's look at the next question, which also happens to be a quadratic. These SAT questions have a lot of quadratic, and when it comes, you have to know your stuff in order for you to be able to do it. The equation above expresses a height h in the meters of an object t seconds after it's thrown into the air. You see that it's going to be a projectile here. Something is being thrown into the air, and then after approximately how many seconds will the object reach the maximum height, which happens to be here? How are we going to do this? If you have a graphing calculator, you can graph it and then you can see the height and then you trace it over here and you can get the answer. If this one happens to be not calculator active, then you have to use a quadratic formula, because this one is of the nature ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So here you can find your a and you find your b. Then the quadratic formula, which happens to be a very, very useful formula, which you're supposed to know. It might be given in the formula book, which is minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. This is the discriminant. This tells you how many solutions you're going to get. And this here help you with the vertex, with the maximum and all that. So quadratic formula is so powerful. And in this case, that is going to help us a lot. 2x minus b over 2a. That will tell us the time that it reached, because that's going to be the t. So it's t is equals to negative b over 2a. We know our b to be 40, so negative 40 divided by 2 times negative 4.9, which give us negative 40 over negative 9.8, and which is going to give us 4.0 8 second. Now was multiple choice, so the closest approximately is going to be. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Thank you very much for tuning in into my channel today. Please, if today is your first time, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Anytime we drop another video, you'll get a chance to join us. See you next time. Bye bye.